You don't want this. Look at this. It falls in. Look at this. Look at.
That's a basting brush.
Look what I know you can't tell, and look how short it is.
More specifically,
and the hairs fall off.
It's probably a pastry brush
into the food.
Yeah.
But look what Henning Lee did. They made something not only a kickstand for your countertop, but the kickstand on there. So now I can take this, get the same amount. Look at how all this is. Control and baste.
Now you get two basting brushes. You get one without the pocket. That's the one Mark Charles is using.
Yep.
And then you get one with the pocket, and the one with the pocket is made for thinner liquids.
Thinner liquids, so like oil, butter. So I'll put it right to the test now. Before I talk about that, the reservoir, I want to show you up close what's happening. So this is the one with the reservoir in it. See that, that little guy right there? Watch what I do. When I hit this sideways, do you see this? Do you see that? Oh, wait, let me see if you can see that. There we go. See the inside? It actually picks up, and there's little, right there. See the little holes in there? This plate's a little, I shouldn't do it. Let me go back and see if you can do this. There we go, bingo. Right there. Love that shot. Thanks, guys. So that reservoir, when you bend this down at the 90-degree angle and scoop up your butter, your oil, it then keeps the reservoir, and then as you baste, it dispenses it out slowly. So let's put it
butter and garlic?
That's butter and garlic, but we're going to use the reservoir one first because I want to be able to pick up the reservoir, right, and go into my baking dish and coat the bottom. Now, David, can you help me with the biscuits and put the biscuits on there? So remember, this is the reservoir, look, filled up with olive oil or butter.
What these are wampum biscuits, where you peel the paper and you wamp them on the counter.
I'm going to take the solid one now, and you just said the butter.
And the garlic.
And the garlic that we put on the herbs on our biscuits. Now I'm going to use this and actually baste with the solid one. So the reason is you need both of these for all kinds of baking, all kinds of barbecuing, all kinds of cooking. And now, look at this. When you want to drip, it sits in there like that, or
you're not ready to put those in the oven right away.
It goes right onto your countertop upright.
Rachel, will you take care of putting this in the oven? Thanks.
So,
not that I want any or anything.
When you're basting things like in a roasting pan, again, we moved our protein to the side, but look at this. I go down, I scoop up, and I've got everything in that reservoir, and then I can coat this slowly.
So you put the au jus on top of the roast.
Yep, and then it slowly brings it up.
That happy to meet you Italian beef.
Yes.
With the au jus.
Look at the glistening.
Sometimes you want to put a little au jus on top of the meat before you eat it. Oh.
And it slowly dispenses.
I had some of that the other day.
Slowly dispenses on that, so we love that, right? Butter, if you're going to do anything with things like corn on the cob, olive oil or butters, and being able to spread over that whole corn on the cob.
And get it into all the nooks and crannies.
Get it into all the nooks and crannies. This is your basting brush. You're talking about BPA free. You're talking about dishwasher safe. It'll never hold any odors. It'll never hold any stains because it's silicone, but it's still going to act like the basting brush you know and love. I love this. I love that.
Is this olive oil
and olive oil.
Grilled vegetables?
Yep. So again, going in there, even in the small bowl, do you see that? I can bend this, pick up the reservoir. It's filled, and you can see right there. It's a great shot. See that? The reservoir is actually filled with olive oil right in there. See that?
Uh-huh.
So I love to be able to pick that up and then go, and it's slowly dispensing inside that reservoir. Look at that. Look at the perfect coating I'm getting.
Now, sir, the next demonstration, I think, was the au jus from the chicken, but I want you to use barbecue sauce to show the thickness
So let's go do that.
of the second brush.
Okay, so
because
back to the second brush.
You get two brushes.
We're going to go right over here.
You're going to get the one with the reservoir tip and then one without the reservoir tip because you need the one without reservoir tips for thicker things.
For thicker things. And now remember, the whole concept was we didn't have basting brushes that didn't fall apart on us, that were not easy to clean, not really dishwasher safe. They also fell inside the bowl. And what Henning Lee did was make this larger extension, great for barbecuing, by the way, with that little divot for the bowl or for the countertop. It picks up, look at all of that sauce it picks up. Look at that. Nice and thick. So just because it's silicone doesn't mean it's not going to pick up all of that great barbecue sauce for you to be able to coat your barbecue sauce beautifully. And I love the fact that you have control.
I'm going to do your chicken.
Go ahead.
Oh, hello.
Come on.
Look how much sauce that holds.
I know, right?
And if you want to dab it, you can, because sometimes with a whole roasting chicken like this one,
so that's really the reason why we have the two brushes. You need things with the reservoir and you need things without the reservoir. So funny, you know, you're doing that, and then here's the one with the reservoir. I'm going to dip that forward. If I was going to be basting it, pulling this up, there's the reservoir
add
filled.
the barbecue sauce last on chicken or pork, and then you put it on the grill just for a few minutes to get it warm through.
I just love and I love that it's long enough for all the balls. Yeah, put it right down, look at that, beautiful. And then again, right here, guys, if we can show the countertop, These are the two standing up, so when you don't want it to go on a bowl and you want it to stand up, that's what that kickstand was created for. So all silicone ends, the kickstand, silicone handles, dishwasher safe, BPA free. Henning Lee's done it again.
All right, we have colorways, if it matters to you. And one is the thicker basting brush, one has a reservoir, and they both have the little kickstand, so they sit up off the countertop. We have this in red, most popular color. We have black, and we have blue. And blue is most limited. Now, Marcos, can we put this in the top rack of the dishwasher?
All dishwasher safe, correct. Which we love. And again, these are the things that I realized in the kitchen. A basting brush was a beast. I hated cleaning it. All the bristles fell off. You know that anybody with the horsehair bristles, they fall apart. And they certainly don't have the reservoir that this does.
Well, and a lot of people use pastry brushes for basting brushes.
See the reservoir right there?
In this case, you can use a basting brush on anything.
So I love the fact that this is going to be something you can use in the barbecue. If you are a baker, if you're a cook, if you're a chef, like this literally helps your home.
I love that the excess runs back in the bowl.
Runs back right in the bowl.
Oh.
Smart, right? Like
So
it's just
smart.
a smart solution. That's what Henning Lee does for us.
All right, does this wrap you up, Mark Charles?
This wraps me up.
All right, you may
3
go.
and done. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday. Thank you, sir. All right. Miss Rachel, it's time for